Hello, Prim friends. It has been a while since I have come to you from my own booth here at Tweedthistle Primitives inside Seville Antiques. And I have another big haul that I wanted to show you all these new pieces before I go ahead and put them in the booth. And I am so blessed. I want to thank Lori for coming in and completely restaging my booth. We are in the thick of it with our move all going on right now, and I just cannot thank her enough for what she did here. So when I'm done showing you these individual items and I get them staged, we'll do a walk around the booth, because it is just, I just can't even, you just have to see it yourself. Now, all of that being said, if there is something that you see here that you are interested in, I do ship smalls, and there is nothing that I am going to show you here in these new items that I cannot ship. Everything that I've got here certainly could be. This weekend, Sunday especially, Saturday we're going to be doing some moving, and Sunday I'm going to be planting. Hopefully this horrible hot weather has broken. But if you see something that you are very interested in, the best thing that you can do is send me an email. My email address is gigi4224@yahoo.com. I'll make sure that that is also in the description down below. But that will give me a timestamp. I'll know who asked first for which item. And if you just comment below, you can comment below, which is great also. But if you only comment below the YouTube video page or on the Facebook pages when I post them there, then I have to go back in and ask you to send me a message, because it just gets more complicated. So the very best thing that you can do, if there is something that you're really interested in, is to just go ahead and send me an email to that gigi4224 email address. And as soon as I'm able to get back to you, like I said, this is going to be a really busy weekend, but as soon as I'm able to get back to you, I will let you know, I'll let you know the price, and then also whether it's still available. The best thing you can do is come on into the shop this weekend or next week and pick them up yourself if you happen to be in the area in Ohio. So the shop is located at 14 Milton Street in Seville, Ohio. So let me tell you a little bit about some of these items. So the Black Crow, he is just absolutely gorgeous. Glass eyes, has not been repainted. He is all original. He is just stunning. He's just beautiful. There are so many things that sometimes I think, oh, I just don't want to give that up. I'm going to keep that in my stash. But we can't keep everything and keep a business going, so especially when it's antique. So he's still mine until he's one of yours. So I guess I'll just foster him for a while. So I have three really neat little benches here. The top one is green, the next one is a black and white, and then the bottom one is the stained wood. Just really sweet sizes, beautiful for stacking. This little lantern, it is a candle lantern. It is all hand pegged. All of these little pegs are loose that can come in and go out. It looks like a seated glass inside, and then the candle part in the middle rises and lowers, so you could, I suppose, if you wanted to, put an actual candle in there. Just a really beautifully, certainly handmade piece there. The mincemeat bucket that I was so excited to find, I did post, or I will be posting a short. I took it into the slop sink here at the shop, and I did get it wet. That is something that we should all do with our wooden buckets and our wooden barrels. When they get too dried out, and right now in Ohio we are having very, very dry and hot, unusually dry and hot conditions for this time of June. I actually heard the word drought several times on the weather stations. So the best thing that you can do is get those things wet. The wood will swell when it's wet, and that keeps the rings from falling down because they were pushed in hard during the time that the wood was green, but as it continues to dry out, you risk those circles, those pieces of metal that hold the buckets together or barrels together from falling apart. And I have tried putting one back together again. It didn't work out. It's just a disaster when that happens. This sweet little cage right here is a cricket cage. It even says so on the top. It says Cricket Box Southern Manufacturing Company. Really neat little piece. I could see putting a little plant or something there inside. A little geranium or something there in the top. Just a really, really cute little prim piece. This is a little vintage, it's an old one, a towel bar. We've got a neat little yellowware, one of the little minis, corn mold. It does have some condition issues, but again, I just love that it was saved, and it's really tiny. I'll show you later what it looks like compared to one that's the typical size that you see those in. This, again, another little treasure that, my heart says, oh yeah, hold on to that too. It's tiny. It doesn't take up much space, but this is a miniature, probably a lady's spittoon. And it's all hand decorated, and I do believe that to be a redware base, but just so sweet, and the painting on it is so delicate and pretty. I also have, this is from Cooksville, not Crooksville. I think it's a Cooksville. It is marked on the bottom. Yes. No, Cooksburg Pottery. I think it's 1984, signed by Tim. It is a lamp base. I know that the lighting, lamps, things like that are kind of hard to find or get things that are appropriate with our primitive look. So you can leave that on the shelf just as it is, as a crock, or there are some kits online that you can turn that back into a lamp. There's a spice box. Love these. And the condition is really good. And inside are all the little spice containers. So the nutmeg, the mace, ginger, allspice, mustard, cinnamon, cloves, and pepper. Close that up. There's a nice early masher that's in good shape. Here's a little tiny, I don't know if it's probably for a minute sand timer, but just really cute and delicate, just really sweet. And then these, I'm fairly certain those are covered with early fabrics, but that's not, that's not really my expertise to be able to tell you yes or no if it is actually early. It looks like it to me, it feels like it to me, but they're just in little notebooks that somebody covered. So those are really sweet to put on your counter, your kitchen, something to make notes for yourself, but still keeping in that primitive, prim vibe. Here's a nice large size rolling pin. That's a nice beefy one. And I think that is tiger maple. It has the graining look to it. Here's a really cute little jar that is jumbo peanut butter jar. The bottom of the jar says, right for jumbo peanut butter recipe. Several small glass bottles there. One of them does have a Pontil mark on the bottom, which is where it would have come off. Let's see, which one was that? Where it would have come off where it was blown glass. Yes, this one. See if we can get that on there. You can see the pontil mark on there. I am not an expert in bottles. You may be getting a wonderful deal there. I think I just priced them extremely reasonably for what they are. So if there are bottle collectors out there that know something about those, definitely something to stop in the shop for. Now, these 3 fabric pieces, especially, this is like a large, I don't know if it was made as a bolster pillow or if it was a feed sack. I don't know. I don't know the origin of this one at all. The former owners had it dry cleaned, and the dry cleaning ticket is still on. It is still on this bag. I would imagine you could use it as a bolster pillow. It'd be beautiful. Laid on the back of a sofa, on the back of a wing chair. It has the name L. Schumacher across the front of it. Just really neat. Behind that one is a much lighter color. I would say that is also linen with the cross-stitch initials LI in red. This one was also just recently, has the dry clean marks on it, and that is also a large feed sack size. On top of this ladder right here is another one. This one is a plain one though, and again also has the dry cleaning ticket, press only on that. We have 3 absolutely charming bonnets that I just brought in the shop. They have the little repairs, the little wear areas. They have that old, very old feel. They are just absolutely beautiful. This is another one that, you know, I could keep all of these things and have an empty shop. So can't do that. And then I want to show you over here also, just to keep in the new things that are here in the shop right now. And I have 6 of the hand hooked sunflowers. I have 3 that are in the reddish brownish color, and 3 that are in more of the mustard gold color, all on springs. If you are interested in those also, again, best thing you can do is email me, and then we can communicate back and forth like that. It's hard. It's much more difficult using any other way to be able to communicate. So if you're interested in those, these are all handmade. My mom does hand make these. If you haven't yet watched the video of her home, her and my dad, you definitely want to go back and check that one out. I think the title of that one was something like My Favorite Hooker's House or something like that. So make sure you check that out. That's probably one of my most popular videos. The nice thing about these sunflowers is that they're nice and tightly stuffed. So if you want to use them as a pincushion, you certainly can. So it's just a another fun thing to do with them. So, all right, I'm going to pause the video right now. And when you come back, I'm going to have all of these things staged all around the booth. So again, if there's something that you're interested in, make sure you message me. Hold tight. We're going to snap our fingers and everything's going to be where it will be in the shop. Okay, Prim friends. So thanks to Lori, that really didn't take very long to figure out where to put all those items. So I'm just going to kind of go around the shop here right now this evening and let you know where all these new things have been put. So if you're going to come in and pick something up, you'll kind of have an idea of where at least it was when I left here. So here's the 3 of those beautiful bags or bolsters for a pillow. This I'm sure is linen. I don't know if those are early feed sacks or this. There's some things that are just not my expertise. The old primitive type pieces maybe there, but not necessarily in the fabrics. And these are just in such amazing condition. I love how this one has this repair right here That just is so, oh, you know, if you've been watching my videos, how much I just love the pieces that were held onto and repaired. These sweet little bonnets, there are 3 of those. I have those on the back side of the ladder there, and then that one there on the sign. The other bag or bolster pillow would be right there on top. And then the little baby yellowware mold is right here next to the larger size. So it's just such a cute size. And the Putnam Fadeless Dies box is here and opened, so you can see how you can actually use that container to store smalls, or put some of your little pretty small pieces in. There are a few of the die packs actually in there. And then the early window frame that I had here in the shop is now on its side and is used as an accent piece to hold some of the signs that we've got, the woolen, the redware, the hooked rugs, and then this really cute little painting of the pig that is a real hand-painted piece there. We've got more of the runners and tablecloths, the coverlet style here as well. Some tin pieces. A nice set of beautiful brass bells with the decoration on them. We do still have, I think, only one of the hooked hearts left at this time. There's where the little minute timer went, the sand timer, and the masher, and the large, which I believe to be tiger maple, rolling pin there. All the little bottles, the new bottles are here. The little early fabric covered notebooks are here on the desk. And the spittoon, the lady's spittoon there as well. And then all of those beautiful hand hooked sunflowers. You can see they've got that shelf unit is now above the desk with these beautiful, if you are into collecting the stone fruit, I thought these just went so well with that look. And I want to say that those were, well, let's look at it together. What does that say? I know it says hand painted. Might say from China. Hand painted. Oh, Lefton, China. I didn't think it was China. The little early light, little early glass. I'll put that down here with these other lighting devices. Keep all of that together. Just a nice look there. Love that mirror in the corner. We're going to be using mirrors like that in our bathrooms at the farmhouse at the Cape on the corner. Here's that sweet stack of the benches. I'm going to keep trying to add to that as those sell. We're going to keep trying to have more of those here in the shop. That lovely little candle lantern there that I'm sure is handmade and all pegged. Little cricket box. There's that beautiful early, yes, spool winder. It's Friday. It's been a long week. If you can tell in my voice, I may be a bit pooped. Here's that mincemeat bucket. That coloring goes wonderful with every color that you might have in your households, but it most certainly also goes with the lights and the whites of farmhouse. So it's a fun piece to add in in all the different styles. And like I said, I did get that wet so that it does help hold the rails around it in place. The little towel rack there, the spice box, and the crock that can be used as a lamp base is there on that dough box. That beautiful, really early, I think an oxblood red trunk is right here. That single board top and sides with the initials there engraved in the side. And then they did move the shelving over here on this wall, so you have a little bit more access to it. The Bennington, I want to say Bennington or Rookwood bowl here. Do I remember? Don't remember what that one was, but nice, beautiful, heavy bowl baskets up above. We bought those, oh my gosh, it must be close to 30 years ago at David T. Smith's, the workshop of David T. Smith. And that beautiful, amazing crow up there sitting, kind of looking over that early, rather fragile at this point, little log cabin there. The hand-hooked welcome rug and the Lennox soapbox right here. There's a mammy bench and some coverlets and a quilt there. Those coverlets were quite early. You can see in one of the other videos where I talked about those or featured those. We'll go around the corner here. Lots of stone fruit pieces, especially the little ladybugs. And then these sweet little pieces here. That one cat there looks and feels almost like she's made of alabaster. There's a little early wooden needle box. The little pig cutting board. The candle snuffer and wick cutter. So I hope if you haven't been to the shop in a while that you'll stop on out. Seville Antiques, I'm just one tiny little section of this amazing antique shop. There are, oh gosh, I say it so many times now, I don't remember. I want to say 30 dealers, over 5,000 square feet here in this shop under one roof. From the outside, from the front door area, you just would not believe how this shop just goes on and on and on. But it does. So you definitely want to make sure that you come on inside. That slicer there on the wall, on the side there, you can see that that is actually also tiger maple. And there is a tobacco leaf hanging rack there also. I have shipped those in the past, so that can be shipped as well. Lots of the early wooden skates, lots of crocks, lots of pewter. Just so much to see. That is an antique dresser, and it does have the IOD. I can't think what it's from a company called IOD, which makes it look actually hand painted, although it is not. But it is just a beautiful dresser. Could be used in a dining room as well for tablecloths and napkins and things like that. And does have the glass knobs. I think that is walnut, if I am not mistaken. And then, of course, that beautiful tiger maple desk. There's a drop leaf table. That early jacket, the skirt has seen better days. It's definitely aged. I'm sure that is a morning outfit at some point. But the jacket is just so striking and handmade, and that is featured in one of the other earlier videos. So yeah, lots of pottery pieces, some yellowware, some David T. Smith pieces, that little mini antique child's cupboard there on the top too, some lovely lighting devices. So yes, I hope you can come out. We are at 14 Milton Street in Seville, Ohio. Open every day except Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, every day except Tuesday. So I hope that if you are in the area, that you will stop out and shop at Seville Antiques and my booth, Tweedthistle Primitives. I'm located all the way at the back corner. Something to look for is that hand-painted, grain-painted floor. When you see that, you'll know that you have made it into my booth. So take care, everybody. I haven't asked in a while, but I do hope that you will like and subscribe. Ring that little bell that just tells you when a new video is up. You can hit that share button and share it to your Facebook pages, to your social media pages. Let your friends know about us here at the Cape on the Corner. Keep hunting. These prims are out there, and like I've said before, they are just waiting for you to find and rescue them and raise them up, because these are all part of our amazing early American history. Take care.